You know, this is, again, controversial because I'm certain, and you don't even have to raise your hand, but I trust that everybody in here has heard that saying or that argument that the Nation of Islam, you know, they're not true Muslims.
Yes, right. Yes, sir.
They're not practicing true Islam.
That's what they say. Yes, it.
And many of them will use some of the silliest examples to justify their position.
Yes, sir.
Not based on the Holy Quran, but based on traditions and interpretations based on traditions. Some have even made that bogus claim that the Muslims in the Nation of Islam aren't true Muslims or don't practice true Islam because, after all, Malcolm left y'all, as they say.
That's what they say.
So we take
ahead,
the opinions of someone who defected from the movement to justify not accepting the truth that was brought.
Come on, brother.
That would be like somebody saying, you know, I can't rock with Jesus, I can't agree with Jesus and all the truth that he brought because one of the people close to him, Judas, left the movement and defected from the movement.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
good example.
Look how stupid that sounds now.
Wow.
See, Jesus,
fine analogy, brother.
Jesus, he wasn't telling the truth because Judas left him.
That's right.
Judas said he wasn't telling the truth. So we base our arguments on opinions of those who've left the movement.
Yes, sir.
We've heard sayings that the Muslims in the Nation of Islam don't practice true Islam because one of the sons of the messenger, one of the sons of the leader,
yes, sir,
defected from the movement and said that his father wasn't teaching true Islam.
Yes, sir.
So again, we will take the opinions of someone close to the messenger or the leader to justify not accepting the truth. God in the Bible and the Holy Quran warn us of this foolishness. I'm reminded of Noah, who was the messenger of God, and in the Quran he had an errant son, a son who mocked him and made fun of Noah during a very vulnerable time. And it was because the son defected from his messenger's way that God in the Quran described that son as the embodiment of evil.
That's right.
So again, how foolish would we be to take the opinions and interpretations of a family member of a messenger of God and use that to justify not even accepting the truth brought by God himself for our salvation.
Listen to Come on, brother, teaching.
So we want to clear up a lot of this foolishness that the Nation of Islam aren't practicing true Islam. They are not teaching the real theology of Islam. And when you hear people say those things, it is based solely on opinions, solely on interpretations, and on traditions.